Okay guys, so the first exercise we covered this week was creating a preschool application form or expression of interest. And again, this is something that we might be giving out to parents a couple of times throughout the year or at the start of the year if they have any siblings that are looking to come in or something like that. So it's a handy form to have and to try and doctor up. So ideally, when we're looking to create any new document like this, the letterhead that we had created last week should form the template of it, and then we can just build our information in on top of that. So this is an example of one that we had worked on in class, and we've just opened it up here. So I've made a few amendments to it, but by and large I can demonstrate it from you. So you should have your own letterhead version. If not, look back in the video that we've done and you'll see how to create your own letterhead, and then you can work off that. So I'm going to start off by putting in my preschool application form, and again I can highlight that and I can center it, and then I might put that in bold, and I might just make it a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to underline it there. So there's just the start of my preschool application form. I might then want to put in, I've got a few bits of information on a sheet I'm looking here beside me, and this is the one we used in class. So I want to put in a date. So I'm going to move using my paragraph, I'm going to move back over to the left here. I'm going to unbold, and I'm going to stop underlining it, and I'm going to put in my date. And then I'm going to press the shift, which is the arrow up button, and underscore to put in a few lines for the date. I'm then going to hit enter. And then I'm going to put in child's name. And it's at this point here where I'd like you to use the tab button. So the tab button is above the cap locks key. It's an arrow going to the left and an arrow going to the right. And if we press tab once, it will bring us out to the next kind of center part of the page. And this is going to help with our sequencing of our lines. So I'm now going to bring my line across, maybe make it a little bit bigger. The child's name could be longer. I might put in then the date of birth for the child. I'm going to hit my tab button again now that I'm there, and that brings me directly underneath the previous line, and I can bring that as far as I need it. I then might put in the address. I'm going to hit the tab button again, and this time when I hit the tab button, it didn't bring me across directly underneath the line. So if I hit tab again and again, it now has it in sequence. So the tab, just hit it as many times as you need to get back to the line where you want. I'll bring that across. So tab and tab will bring me to there. Across. A couple more lines there. Hit enter. So I'm now pressing tab once, brings me to there. Tab twice brings me to here. And my third tab brings me to there. Now underline it. Perfect. I then have in this form here, I have parents' names. My tab, that brings me directly underneath there. So again, tab a few times got me to there. And I might have a contact number. Parents' contact. So I've got contact, so I beg your pardon, it's not parent, it's contact number, what it was. Okay, hit my tab, brought me to there, insert that, and then it has a question here at the bottom. Does the child have a sibling in the school at present? Okay, so there's obviously a yes or no answer to this. So in this case here, I'm going to hit my tab button just to bring me a little bit away from it. I'm going to hit yes, and I'm going to insert a symbol. So I go up to the top and I go insert. I use the symbol function, and if I go to more symbols, in case we don't have this up, under font we need to go to wingdings. So W-Y-N-G, and if you hit enter, that will bring you to wingdings. If you don't see the square initially here, if you scroll down one, you'll begin to see the square there. left click on that and you can insert that symbol. Now we can close. And then I can go tab again, no. And now I can insert my symbol. And it should be up here in most recent use symbols. I can put that in there. So in this case here, I just might put in another tab. Now I can tidy this up again and bring it closer if I want, if I think it looks neater. Bring that back there. Okay, and in this case here, maybe rather than using the tab, it was too much. I'm going to use a space bar and a space bar. So we now have the form the way that we'd like it, and using those symbols is very handy because whenever I press enter, the symbols will come down with it. So I'm not going to be, when I've inserted a shape and I begin moving around other words in the document, it's going to be a challenge because the shapes may stay in the same position. So inserting our symbols is a much better way there. So the final thing that we got done in one of the classes, and we thought it looked quite neat, was we put a page border and a watermark on this. So in order to put a page border in here, if we go to design, you'll see up at the top here we have page border. If we click on that, and then I'm going to choose a box here on the left hand side and press OK. And let's put this structure around my form. And again, makes it look a little bit neat, a little bit more professional. The other thing that was done, which was quite nice, was that a watermark was put into the background of it. I'm going to need to just cheat a little bit here for the moment. If you have the picture of the watermark, we'll insert it. I want to use this Yvonne's Montessori. I don't have that yet. So I'm actually just going to right click on that. I'm just going to save the picture for the moment. So save as a picture. And I'm going to call it YV logo. All right. And so hopefully you have your logo ready to go. So if I do that under design, if I go into watermark and I go to custom watermark and I then choose picture watermark and I select that, it'll ask me what picture do I want. Well, I'm going to choose from this file here. I'm going to go into my pictures and I'm going to find that logo I've just downloaded, which is here. I'm going to insert and then press OK. And you'll see then what this has done, if I scroll out, is in the background, you can see now how I have the Yvonne's Montessori logo in there. Okay, it'd be a little bit clearer maybe on your own screen or depending on the type of image that you've put in. Okay, so the form I had has a little bit more information which tied it down there, but by and large that's quite a nice little application form. And the other bits of information you might want in there is maybe when do they want to do, or if the child is, you mightn't be asking about allergies, but there could just be other bits of information. You can slot that in accordingly. All right, so nice form, looks nice and neat. And then like anything, we'll go up to File, Save As, save a copy of it, in this case here for me. Okay, it'll ask you where you want to save it. I'm going to save it in my documents. I'm going to call it Yvonne's Montessori School. It's not going to be a letterhead this time. It's going to be School Application Letter. And then we press Save. Okay, thank you very much.